let's talk about great sleep disorder. Is it a
Yes. It's real. Sleep apnea is real.
Yeah. I also love the idea of diving into things feet first, because that's not even a dive. That's just kind of walking into water, right?
I mean, Marcus, Granny sleeps with his eyes open.
Yeah.
Is that something that you added, or was that something that they brought up to you?
No, I think they just saw me doing it during the first season, and they were just like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna write this in."
We're gonna
You
full
can catch him
circle.
sleeping with his eyes open all through the first season.
Yeah.
A lot of his performances.
Just look at any of my scenes from the first season and play a game where you take shots and you guess whether I was asleep or not.
Is he sleeping or not?
Especially if he's in anytime in one of those lounge chairs, forget it.
Oh yeah,
that's a good.
Real talk. If you look at episode 2, Cop Wars, in the first season, there's a scene where Jimmy Tatro is talking and doing his like "I went nut" scene, and dude, you could tell. You can look at me. I can't stop seeing it every time I see that episode. Like how tired I was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's embarrassing.
We have an outtake, don't we? We have footage of you sleeping in the back, don't we? On one of those episodes.
No. We have a scene from the pilot where me and you are there, and Marcus is not supposed to have even been at the house yet, but he's just sitting in the chair behind us.
Yeah.
Luxury.
Yeah,
That's right.
he's supposed to be off camera or something.
Oh, sorry, Jamie. I'm sure you have
Eugene.
other questions about Marcus's eyes.
Eugene, Andy is kind of the whipping boy of the house. Is he evolving?
I'm gonna go.
Now that Lucy isn't a probie anymore.
I'm gonna go. I'm not happy with how this is going. I talked to my reps and I said, please do not refer to me as a boy. I'm a whipping man.
I'm a
whipping man.
A whipping man.
I'm a whipping man. I will say now that Lucy's not a probie, just because Andy just becomes the probie again, like he has been for 2 seasons prior to this, and will continue to as long as we keep doing the show. Am I affected mentally by it? No, obviously I'm safe, and I feel like I am supported by my fellow actors. Do I feel like I get some of that pushed onto me off camera? Sure. Are these bruises on my face real? Sometimes. So,
oh boy,
I hope that answers your question. Am I happy being the whipping man? Yeah, it'll happen. It's fine. It's happy. Everybody loves each other.
It's so great. Can I just say that whipping man? It sounds like a position in some sport that I don't know much about. He was the whipping man for cricket. He played.
Have you ever played highlight professionally? There's 3 whipping men.
That's the sport I was trying to think of. It's like he was a high level whipping man for highlight.
It's a new creative Miami. They're going to highlight it all over Miami now.
Yeah.
Gabriel, we see that the pandemic doesn't seem to have affected Ike's stripping much. Are we going to, outside of the season opener, will we be exploring that side of Ike much this season?
Well, me personally, you can catch me at Jilly's, which is a local dance club down where I'm at.
I mean, it's actually a supermarket. Jilly's.
Down here in Hawthorne. I dance there nights, Thursdays, Wednesdays, Tuesday mornings, and Wednesday afternoons if I can get the gig.
Oh man, that brunch stripping hour is so lucrative.
Yeah.
Wait, do you audition to dance each day?
Yeah, every day they redo it.
Yes.
In the morning, you got to, it's like, it's not just to make sure you're on your game, right? Mm-hmm. And then also when guys need a shot, they can always show up in the morning. If they have a good routine, they can make it later on. I'm sorry, what was the question? Yes, Ike still strips. That's his side gig. Does it online. And that's Ike. It's what he does. COVID did not affect it.
There's a cooking
There you go. There you go. More of that. That'll get the views.
Well, I loved that he was asking for like feedback from the ladies in the season premiere that he's stripping for. And he's like, is this still exciting? You know, is this a good character for you? You know, he's still,
yeah.
he's still creative with it. I mean, it's any means necessary to get additional income.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I remember in the off season too, I think I was talking to Lemmy and he's like, oh, you're stripping in episode 1. And I was like, sure I am. Then I got the script. I'm like, oh, great.
I am.
Marcus, food is a big part of this series with all that nice cuisine you guys seem to make all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up, will we be seeing you showcasing your skills in the forthcoming chili cook-off?
Absolutely, you will. You know, and I gotta say, man, you know, just to blur the lines of real life and TV anyway, you know, I won that chili cook-off regardless to how it was edited.
I think Gabriel can dispute that with his sloppy Joe uncle his uncle's recipe. He might
oh, wait till you see it. Yeah, he got confused, that's all. I get confused sometimes. It happens.
Watch those wallet recipes.
I was going to ask you, how much creatine did you put in yours, Gabriel? we know you got your big creatine delivery. How much goes into the sloppy Joe?
You'll have to wait and see. You'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys do off screen as well? Are you guys big foodies? Is that how it gets integrated in this? Or is this just, you know, typical fireman cuisine, macho cook-off, right?
I think it's the latter.
Yeah,
definitely.
Sure. Latter.
Marcus, I love that you guys don't treat Lucy any differently because she's a female fireman. Talk about working with Hassie and how the guys have incorporated her as just another guy on the squad.
Yeah, she's great. She's really awesome, man. You know, and the great thing about Hassie is how we've watched her growth over the past 3 seasons. You know, she was on fire when she came in, but she's like blazing now. And it's nice. It's nice that, you know, like we're not dealing with somebody who, you know, is super sensitive to, you know, the macho talk or the guy talk or whatever you want to call it. You know, she's right in there in the trenches with us and she can hold her on. So that's nice. It's really nice.
Eugene, I have to say, I love when your TV mom makes an appearance on screen. Will we be revisiting Andy's family this season?
I think we get a little bit more of who Andy is this season, but I don't know if we jump into the fam as much this season. But I mean, it's still all how I do anything. It's still all mom talk and all grandma talk and stuff. So they're still in there in spirit, even though there's a chance we're not going to run into either of them this season.
Eugene, in the past, when I've spoken with you, you told me your favorite episode was when you got to stick your head through the wall and go, "Here's Andy." Are there some standout episodes to you this season?
I mean, I love this chili cook-off episode. It's great. But I had a blast. So we get to see what everybody else does as their side job. And you realize that my side job is, and I this has come up in previous seasons, that I work for my uncle's carpet company, and you get to see me be the carpet guy. And I think that's a really fun episode to play in this year. So that is what I'm excited about. But other than that, all the episodes, every moment of each of the episodes, I'm like, oh, right, that was fun too. Like we had Stipe Miocic on with me, Marcus, and Gabe, and that was just a blast because we love him and he's an awesome fighter, and so that's going to be a great episode. And there's a lot more of that, like the three of us hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
And that's what's exciting to see this season.
I really like the Keckner stuff too. David
yeah,
Koechner.
Dave
Yeah,
Koechner.
it's really good.
The guests that we have for this season are awesome. The ones that are returning from before and the new ones are great. So
Yeah.
it's the best season. I know people say that all the time, that like each season is better than the last, but it's true because you get to meet everybody more, and we have a lot more episodes under our belt, so we can play in a more fun way. So yeah, so every episode is my answer, final answer. Thank you.
Every episode?
Every episode is my favorite. Every episode is my favorite. I'll say it. I've said it 3 times.
You did that on purpose, so they'll ADR you next week, huh?
I'm trying to get paid again, baby.
Nice.
Thank you so much, and thanks for just showing up. Thank you so much.
Me?
Yeah. Can you tell I'm looking at you?
You guys have such wonderful comedic timing. Was it there instantly when you all began working together? I mean, I don't know if you want to speak to that, Gabriel.
Sure. It took a little bit. I mean, I had to massage these guys in. So like, there was a lot of training. I'd gather them up in the morning and sort of like riff with them, boom, 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 and just get their timing down, because it was problematic for both of them.
Focus, guys.
So over coffee or breakfast and stuff, we'd just like riff, like it goes in threes, and I'd say something, doom. No,
brilliant.
Yeah,
that was a hilarious bit, right?
That's so funny.
No, they're so funny. It's just keeping up with these guys. I mean, it's so fun. I think I say this ad nauseum. It's like but it is so fun. Every time I go to work, I'm stoked just to be there and get to play with these guys. You don't know what they're going to say or what we're going to do, and it's you have to be ready, and it's so fun because everybody's so funny, So it's you show up and try to keep up and have fun, and I think when we're having fun, that translates, and it's fun to watch. I think it's kind of almost as simple as that, really. Within the confines of sort of what we're doing.
And I've said this many times, and I'll keep saying it. Gabe is just really well edited. So like we have to give the editors really their props. They make him look like his timing is on point with everybody else. And, like that's post-production on the show is amazing. And that's where all the money's going. So. Hey.
Marcus, is there much room to improv when you are in a scene with everyone?
No, never. Not when you're on the scene with Eugene at all, ever. No, I think the really cool thing about, my background isn't improv. My background is very much just theater, like straight acting and things like that. So when I came onto this project, I didn't know what I was really walking into. But I can tell you that I'm
jump in feet first or head first?
I dove in butt first.
Baby.
Yeah.
Tricky entry.
But I feel like I learned so much from these guys, just being able to be on set and realizing and be able to keep up with everybody. Able to be on set, I learned so much from these guys, being able to like just like jump in, like double dutch. It's like I want to jump in, I'm ready, but finding that timing, like you said, is always like the key thing. And I think I'm learning more and more as the seasons go on, and hopefully by season 10, I'll be right on the level with these guys, man. And it'll be great.
He's messing around. Marcus has a gift of like, just like everything. He doesn't seem like, even when we're doing the ridiculous stuff, he doesn't seem like he's acting, which is always the sort of, not the battle, but it's what we aspire to do, right? You try to make things seem natural, and then the comedy comes out of the real situations, which are but he can do the most goofball stuff, but he's always grounded in reality. Too bad he's not. I'm giving him all these compliments. He's not listening.
No, I didn't hear that. You repeat everything you just said.
Oh boy.
Every word. And could you make it better?
I'll provide you with the transcript later. It's okay. That way you have it for blackmail later that you actually did get along. Eugene, what do you think it is about Tacoma that continues to make it such a fan favorite series?
I think that all the stories are real. I think the fact that like all of the firemen, that firemen reach out to tell us other things that they've done, and then we incorporate them into the show. And Kevin and Steve also have so many years under their belt of doing comedy and writing funny movies and shows that they've locked into a series that they are able to write consistently and great stuff, and has made an ensemble or assembled a cast that is awesome, dude. And I mean, from when we were shooting the first season to now, it's everybody's just getting closer. So it gets easier. It's like this show is not harder to do every year. It's easier. And I think that's because Kevin and Steve have put together a team that are happy to be together. And so I think that comes across on the show. And I think that's why people like it, is because they can see that we all like what we're doing together. But you know, other than that, I mean, we could get paid more, of course.
Yeah.
I have to say, Eugene, you look great with sideburns as well. So I think that was just like an added bonus of returning this season.
Yeah.
To try yourself out in different looks.
Yeah.
You always get to try.
I think season 4, I'm going to come back with just those sideburns. Everybody's going to have mustaches, and I'm just going to go with the full sideburns. You know, down, shave my head,
shave the dome.
Yeah.
I think they were like white,
chops.
weren't they? They were just like really.
I mean, I looked like Wolverine. I mean, I had Wolverine sideburns.
And I love this was in a span of like, it felt like weeks, but it was seemed more like 1 week.
Yeah.
Right.
It was like 8 days. Yeah.
No one's hair grows.
Yeah.
And then you know, Kevin had like the one baby sideburn, and then
God, that was so funny.
that was my favorite. Just walking around with the baby.
Yeah.
By the way, Eugene, my mom loved the pepper part of that episode. Like, she just couldn't stop talking about it, as if you were her son. I was like, "What did I do, Mom, that you like? What did I do, Mom?"
She's like, I tune out during your parts, honey.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't like how quickly you sneezed with all that brie in your mouth.
That was a great sneeze, by the way.
It was the best sneeze.
It was a much better sneeze than mine.
Everybody noticed the lip quiver. I didn't even notice that I did it.
Oh, buddy.
Everybody noticed the lip quiver.
And that was a one and done.
That was a one and done.
Once.
It's a tribute to Gabe's training each morning that you guys get up.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not as abusive as he was the first season, though. So I'm appreciative of that.
He's toned it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think once he let up, I was able to be a little more free. And yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.